Namaste friends and welcome to Lifestyle Within from the Canggu Beach again. We are here with our shades which help us keep our mic on and our little friend behind us who's been joining us for the last 3 or 4 months here at the beach as we practice meditation, qigong, front flips, back flips and whatnot. Today we wanted to discuss something really important which will flip your perception about pursuing your goals and objectives, because I believe that unfulfilled chasing leads to accomplishment of goals which leave you unfulfilled. But when you're whole in your pursuit of your purpose, even after achieving you remain whole, because it's a state that you belong to. So we will be focusing on these states rather than putting in crazy action. And there are two thought loops that I want you to be aware of. The first one is the LEV, which is the lack, effort and validation loop, and the BMC, the being, magnetizing and contribution loop. These two loops, if understood, will give you a lot of relevance and insights about your own nature and about how you have to live so that you are pursuing with an attitude of wholeness, an attitude of fulfillment, so that whatever you get in your life, you are fulfilled with it, rather than thinking that chasing desperately, putting in all the efforts will lead you to some goals which will finally fulfill you, and again achieving all these things and remaining unfulfilled. So when we are starting any pursuit with lack, we will be putting in a lot of effort, we will be chasing in desperation, and that will only lead to an urge for feeling validated from the outside. So without that purposefulness, without that wholeness in pursuit, you will always be dependent on the outside to make you feel valid, and that's where you lose control of your reality. That's where the society will indicate to you whether you're satisfied, you're successful, you're fine and harmonious or not. Whereas on the other side, when you look at the BMC, when you start with being, when you still yourself, when you mute the noise around you, when you're not a victim to social narrative, you're living through being. There is an effortlessness in everything that you do, which leads you to magnetizing things, people, and favorable circumstances. And from this magnetism, there is a natural overflowing, which leads to contribution, which leads to you inspiring. If I have a normal, common example in front of me, it's social media. A lot of people approach it, put in a lot of effort because they want to get famous, because they think it'll get them money, it'll get them freedom, it'll get them satisfaction. So they are chasing, and in their chase, they come from a state of lack, which leads to more efforts, which leads to seeking validation. They become influencers. They do things which are not actually about them. They become inauthentic just to chase validation. Whereas if you look at other people who come from being, who are whole, who are authentic, who come from presence, not performance, they will naturally magnetize the right kind of people who are in line with their frequency. And that will automatically lead to abundance in all aspects of life, which they will share again, and then that loop continues. So which loop are you in right now? Ask yourself that question. And which loop will you want to be? A loop where you are lacking, you are efforting, you are looking for validation outside, and that loop is continuing, or where you are fulfilled while pursuing a higher purpose or dream, and even that fulfillment of the dream will lead you to another fulfilling pursuit, where the journey and the destination are both giving you more presence, contentment, calmness. One will make you have a nervous system which is misaligned, and the other will automatically lead to a holistic alignment, not only of your nervous system, your emotional system, your energy system. So try your best to get to a state where you can be a part of that loop, where you are more into being, less efforting, so that naturally you will magnetize and life will conspire for you through serendipity, synchronicities, and that will lead you to a life of contribution, which again is fulfilling, because I believe that selflessness is the greatest selfishness, and selfishness is the act of greatest selflessness. Because when you are being selfless and helping others, you feel a sense of happiness, gratitude, which money can't represent. And when you're working on yourself, when you're being selfish without social narratives, then you are actually leading yourself to purpose, a contribution life, a life of being rather than chasing, which will benefit this world greatly. With that being said, if you like such content, do follow, do share this post with your friends, and also you're ready to comment and ask me your questions in the comment section. Namaste.